That was a bad move, IG. You shouldn't have done that. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. Basically, this is episode 80. We had quick little technical difficulties. You can join back on. It was just a little bad little snag on the line. Great interview so far between Black Lexx and BaatChoy. Quite frankly, I wasn't ready. It's a lot of information coming out from this interview. Like, I didn't even hit the first song yet. Like, I was planning on doing like the 3-song thing because I knew everybody was going to be like pretty much having a lot of information to dispel. We can jump right into the songs at this point, especially the one song I'm really excited to play and even hear about, for that matter.
It's a lot.
You guys back
Yeah,
It's a lot, bro.
it's a lot of shit.
It's a lot of shit, you know. But for the guys that's always late to school, this is episode 80 of Inside the Rapper Studio. We had the wonderful guests of BaatChoy, Black Lexx. Thank you guys for joining me, by the way. Thank you for your patience, the connection problems, and all that stuff. Black Lexx, you in particular, you know what
Yes,
I
sir.
have, right?
What's up, bro?
You know exactly what I have to play.
What's going on, bro?
Come on. Sharpshooter, baby. Come on.
Oh, man.
Talk to us about Sharpshooter and how you made this classic hit.
Bro. All right, so with Sharpshooter, I've been working on this project called Grappler. And I've been drawing a lot of influence from obviously wrestling. As anybody can tell, like, I'm a wrestling nerd, like a savant. I know my shit. You know what I'm saying? I know my shit. Niggas can test me. But anyway, so one night, Mark and Tromac had a session. And, Tromac was just, he was just in the cut. And oftentimes when Mark has a session, if I know the person and I feel, and I know that, we're cool and it's not like me intruding and shit, I'll sit in just to see what's up and just, to just experience the music being made. And they were kind of fucking with some shit and like hanging out and shit. So Tromac was just playing beats and he played the beat for Sharpshooter, bro.
Crazy beat.
Damn, bro. He was like, yeah, bro, I'm trying to get you on this bitch, bro. I wrote my shit like right then and there, bro.
Always comes heavy with the beats. Always. And they're all so good. All amazing.
So, with pretty much the style of the song, it's very interesting. It's very intricate. It's very like avant-garde. It's in your face. It's aggressive. Would you kind of like attain the style of rap to this song, to the professional wrestling that you've been inspired to write the song about?
Definitely to a degree, because I think anything that I do, if I feel like it's like, to me, it is pretty technical and like and it's about precision more than it's about speed. It's, what I'm saying? It's not necessarily like, I'm not rapping like crazy fast on that one. And it's a lot of wordplay and it's a lot of like, I feel like I call it like, because to me, like I like bars that can't really be anticipated completely, like where it's like the way I start my schemes, because a lot of rappers, when they start a pattern, I can anticipate like rhythmically and rhyme wise how they're going to end it, which isn't bad because it's, it's a technique to get people's ear listening to what you're trying to say or about to say. But to me, I like to manipulate like the listener's ear. And to me, Sharpshooter's a good, like, there's a lot of pocket changes. There's a lot of like shifts. Like after like the first 8 bars, like the flow kind of just, it almost is like slight. It's like I think I start like, how do I start Sharpshooter? Like I start a little bit behind the beat and then like 8 bars in, I kind of am like leading it. And like, to me, I just feel like I kind of went back and forth on doing that and all that other shit. And
If there's one thing about Lexx, he's probably the most intentional writer. You know what I mean? When it comes to writing flows and bars, and you can hear it in everything that he does.
yeah.
Everything is like very calculated, like very, very intentional. It's like everything is there for not just like because it just came to be. It was directly made there to be there.
Yeah.
So,
And I started fucking with the whole just like, bro, like I got the belt, nigga. Like, bro, like what's up, bro? Like like, and to me, like one of the reasons that I like, you know, specifically choosing like the Intercontinental Championship, and because I could have chose world champion, like I'm the world undisputed world heavyweight, you know, rap nigga, but I wanted the Intercontinental Champion because I felt like the Intercontinental belt. You know this because you're a wrestling fan. The Intercontinental Championship is the workhorse belt. It's not about popularity. It's not about that cute shit. It's about who is the best in that motherfucking ring, bro. And that's how I feel. That's why I feel like the belt represents me. I feel like I'm the underdog, and to me, sharpshooter's a lot of underdog energy. A lot of it is like, you know, like all of it out of spite. I want the spot and I need it for that bread to be John Doe in the battle. I should get heated. Like I'm talking like, to me, I'm trying to attain this. You know, I'm trying to climb that ladder. I want the gold. Like I want that. And so that's kind of the energy that sharpshooter has, you know, and it just, to me, like it just felt like Bret Hart, like his energy matches that song the most. It's no nonsense, just straight to it. Just, you know, I'm gonna put you niggas in a submission hold.
Gotcha. Do you feel as though with rap and wrestling kind of making that marriage nowadays, do you feel like it's kind of getting crowded with like your West Side Guns, your Smoke? Because I mean, I wouldn't say even in the local area because I feel like we kind of do it the best in terms of the local area because Farland has some like wrestling things.
Yep.
Even Mansion, Dan Mansion,
Yeah.
wrestling things going on and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the, I guess, popularity of wrestling within hip hop is a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing. I think that the thing about it is you gotta think there's a lot of niggas that talk about selling cocaine. There's a lot of niggas that talk about bitches. Like, you know, why can't rappers rap about wrestling? Or, you know, why can't rappers rap about anything that they want to talk about? Like, you know, you got a lot of niggas that perpetrate, you know, different things like that they relate to, like, if, you know, which is all fine, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I think there's definitely room. And to me, like, even with me trying to do grappler, like, you know, honestly, grappler isn't even all about, like, it's not a completely pro wrestling stance. Like, I'm also, like, I've been really inspired by, like, judo. I've been really inspired by, like, the history of, like, mixed martial arts and shit like that. So grappler is like, there's like a certain level of duality to it in my mind. But, and to me, like, I just think as long as everybody presents like their own shit with the wrestling thing, that's why I wanted to be the Intercontinental Champion. I haven't heard anybody specifically like really, really run with like specifically consistently being like, I'm the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. You know, although niggas be trying to take niggas be trying to like, you know, borrow like, you know what I'm saying, like a little bit.
Like
And
that.
my thing is like, damn, nigga, there's like a million belts, bro. Like, why I gotta be the Intercontinental belt? Like, I chose this one, nigga. Damn, pick your own, nigga. But anyway, but I get it because, you know, it's all in fun, and we're all wrestling fans, so it's kind of like, you know, we all just feel very passionate. I think to me, like wrestling, I feel very deep, like I felt very deeply about just the fact that it's so rooted in both real life and fiction, and how that line is so blurred. That's why I love Bret Hart the most, or he's one of my favorites, just because, you know, the way that his real life circumstances ended up bleeding into his career, and, you know, how he, you know, he really was in his heart and mind, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really, it really sums up his career in such a powerful way. And just the way that all these wrestlers and their hardship and like their promos, like the fact that like their real life shit just be spilling into these fictional lines, because all it really is themselves. And that's how I feel like rap is. Like, none of this rap shit is really real, but like but at the same time, it's hyper real. It's hyper realism. It's like, this is really my life, and this is really my, like, an aspect of myself that I'm just turning the dial on, and you otherwise wouldn't know that it exists if I wasn't giving it to you in this way. You wouldn't, no one would know that it exists in me in this way. So I'm all for it, bro, because everybody got to come with a different wrestling swag. I just want to take it to a different level. Like, even JPEG, like JPEG been wrestling. wrestling barred out. You know, so there's a lot of niggas that are on it, but I say the more the merrier.
Absolutely. I think in my perspective, I try to put a little spin on it by throwing some like New Japan shit or All Japan shit. But you know,
You hit.
even still, that can get like talked about a lot from rappers and stuff like that. So I want to switch gears and talk to the other guy that's right next to you. Right.
Whoa.
Oh, there you go, right there. You recently dropped a song called "Feel," correct?
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
So, I was doing this one thing where it's like during like the beginning of the quarantine where it was just like having all this time, and I don't know what your experience was with the quarantine, but like I feel like for me and like a lot of people that I know, it was like a very like introspective time. It just like really like I learned a lot about myself being isolated and shit like that. I don't know about you. And it was just I just started doing this series of dropping singles where I was like I wanted to kind of encapsulate like I guess not my mental stages of like quarantine and stuff like that, but Feel was definitely like because the single I released before Feel was like called Out of Hand, and if Out of Hand was more like the for face value like oh wow we're like don't have to go to work, like you know what I mean, like it's like kind of like it feels like a good like happy time whatever. Feel is more like this is like there's a darker aspect to this and it's like very emotional based, like the kind of like going through that. That's kind of how I interpret that, but more so I was just in my emotional bag. I feel I'm a pretty I can't be like that.
It's very necessary in hip hop. I feel as though like I guess not necessarily with nowadays because we've always had a DMX slipping. We've always had a like my mom's playing tricks on me by Ghetto Boys. We've always had this conversation of hip hop within mental health. It's just that it wasn't labeled as mental health. It was just fitting. You feel me? But now as though that we had this label to kind of like put it on and actually like discuss it in detail. I feel as though what's going on right now, there's much more deeper conversations about it. So I want your perspective on how we approach hip hop how we approach mental health within hip hop. Sorry.
Oh, mental health and hip hop. Honestly, man, that's a good question. I've been lucky to like have worked with the many artists that I have, and honestly, I think like, especially like working with the artists I have, everyone has been, thankfully, been so emotional, and like everyone just taps into a certain emotion. I feel like in a way that expresses themselves, even like emotionally and mental health wise, like you said, especially like people like, I'm trying to think of who does this really well. People like Lexx does it really well. People like Mouse do it really well. I would say everyone in DKTM and 3 Side do it like really like are able to express the darker side of like their thoughts, but convey it in a way that is like healthy. You know what I mean? Because I think the act of creating something like that is just healing in that way. Like even people like Burnout, I'll do shout out to Burnout, Finago Baby. Those guys are great too. Especially like those guys do it differently because it's like those guys, they when we're in the studio together, they like write right then and there, and it's like crazy because it's like they're just like putting themselves out bar for bar for bar every time. I'm like, wow, I don't even know how you guys do that. You know what I mean? Most people just come prepared and shit like that, which is dope. So
I'm so glad that you mentioned them and I didn't, because it would come off super cheesy if I did. But being as though we have BaatChoy in here, we have a rapper in here, we have a producer in here, but we also have an engineer extraordinaire.
hey.
Yes, sir.
How it is working with different artists as an artist and not necessarily controlling their sound, but pretty much being in charge of how it comes out with the final product.
Absolutely. For me, it's like what I learned about engineering and what I've learned about like working with the many different artists. It's like everybody comes with their like own palette, their own backstory, their own like you said, like their own like everything. Like everything about them is themselves. And with all that in mind, it's like as an engineer, the thing that I try to do is like trying to be as transparent as I can with like, I'm trying to word it out. It's like showing them a side of them that like they never knew they had. Because it's like, especially when you're working with someone new, a lot of the times it's like I have to get to know them really fast and like trying to give them not what I want, because it's like it's what they want, but also in a way of like, how do I show them a side that I see in them from the time that I've met them, and trying to showcase that in a way that's like them still, but not ultimately it's not about me, it's all about them. And me working with everybody's just like me always constantly being on my toes and learning about people and forming those connections in that way. I think hopefully that makes sense.
It does. Great answer, by the way. I usually try not to break fourth wall in my interview. But yeah, it was a really good response to that. I usually try not to break fourth wall, but it was like that's exactly what I was looking for an answer like that. So thank you so much. Huge everybody that's in this live right now. Huge shouts out to both of you guys for being such good sports and being really great interviews and allowing me to get all up in y'all business. I want to give a few shouts out to everybody that's in the live right now. Huge shouts out to Window Weather. Shouts out to Big Turf in the building, Turfland. We got Neon June. We got 3-Eyed Mouse. We got Kiko Williams, Lakewood, Rico's Film, Stuck on Yanni, Monica L. Home. We got Pope Loud. We got Black. Oh, you're right there. Pretty good crowd. Pretty good crowd.
Pretty good crowd.
But now that we are in the crux of it, we've played your song. We've played your song. Now we have to play y'all's song, which dropped today, which is produced by you, which is called Make Time. Talk to us about this song.
Yo, I think we said it earlier where it's like that song. So when I first made that beat, I remember very vividly, I was like, I was on my OP1, and you on this little device, you can like sample the radio on it. And so I was like swifting through the radio, and I found this like sample. I had no idea what it was. And so I recorded it and I started chopping it up. And I remember at the time I was not feeling it, and I was about to throw this shit away. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I threw it in the vault, had it sitting there. And then months later, I pulled it up, and Lexx was in the room. And when we work on music, and I just like sift through like old ideas and stuff like that, see what comes up. And that was one of the things that came up. And Lexx was like, hold up. I was like, wait a minute.
Hold up, nigga.
And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try to work on this. So literally within 10 minutes, I was like getting into a groove, and, you know, months had passed. So it's like a lot of like experiences happened. We've seen a lot of different shit. And it was like, I felt like I connected with it more. And so 10 minutes, the beat was done. Lexx heard everything. He already knew what he was going to say. Yeah. He laid that shit in like, he wrote it in like 2-3 minutes, laid it down in like another 10. It was done.
Yeah, shit.
It was super fast.
Yeah, it just flowed out, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It just, it came out so smoothly, and just like,
yeah.
It's funny because it's like, me and Mark have done so much music, and we've done so many different kinds of music, honestly, like a lot of which isn't even out. And I feel like a lot of what I put out has been very, you know, a lot more like avant-garde or experimental or harsh, damn near, I would say. And Make Time is probably the first song that we made in quarantine. Like, we made Make Time before we made Sharpshooter, before I did Who You With. I Make Time.
By the way, great Who You With.
Thank you, bro. I had to come correct for a whole.
But you did a solid job with Who You With.
Bro, thank you. But yeah, Make Time was the first song that we did. Out of all the songs I've done during quarantine, that was the first one. Bro, I was just trying to get some of the niggas to like, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to get something for everybody to drag to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you out here shagging and dragging, you out here doing your thing, bro. I've been there, done it. I'm here with y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I really wanted to like just kind of embody that energy and having fun. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it like. When you out here dragging, you having fun, bro. You know what I'm saying? You having fun, bro. Like, and so, and even I'm excited because even the video, like, I feel like even the video we did for Make Time is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, we did a video. It's gonna come out soon. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive. Just got to drop that in there. But
you just going like breaking news just like that. You gotta
breaking news. Nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give them the real. But Like, and just, it's just, to me, it's just a fun track. Like, and you know, I want to do more music that's kind of like that. It's a little bit more fun. It's a little bit more, you know, something that people can just kind of vibe to. And I'm really happy that people seem like they really, resonate, or they feel the song, because to me it really is a fun song, and I think that and I feel like it's talking about, things everybody can relate to, casual dating, without it being like disrespectful necessarily. It's just like, here it is what we doing. So here we go, Vlad, my man, the GOAT. She want me to make time.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro, I really am like grateful that everybody's been receiving the song, because like it's a little different from what I've put out, and
It is.
It makes me really happy to see that people are receptive to, sides of your artistry that you haven't shown. I feel like everybody has a lot, even within this group. There's a lot that we haven't shown, but it just feels good, man. It really does feel very gratifying.
As it should. It's a great song. It's a great track. It's a great production, BaatChoy. Great job.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Nah, to my mans.
Overall, it's just a really good song, and overall, this is a really good interview. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
But nonetheless, for both of you, do you have any last words, any last promotions, any last propaganda for the people?
Oh man, go first.
No, you go first, man.
Working on a lot of things. Working on in terms of what like content that people are going to see. Definitely working on releasing the Make Time video. After that, I'm going to start doing singles like preceding Grappler. I want to drop Grappler later this year, and yeah, niggas not ready. That's all I can say about Grappler, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing it, like, Make Time is definitely more fun and cute, but I'm bringing it back to some more grittier shit. Like, it's going to be, it's still going to be some catchy shit in there, but it's still just, I want to make, before I get more in my R&B bag, I got to get more in my gritty hip hop. I need to make one release that's just gritty, classic type shit. Not as experimental, not as catchy, but kind of in between, and just give you niggas this work and show why I'm the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. Are you rap niggas?
For me, I'm just trying to write songs, honestly, and like work with a lot of artists. Again, super thankful that I've been able to work with like the amazing people I've worked with on like all parts of the city. This city is like so special, honestly. Like honestly, let me just say, like Baltimore DMV area just has like, from my time of just engineering, I've met crazy heavy hitter artists, and it's like I'm just so humbled all the time of doing that, and I'm excited to continue doing that, and that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to doing for the next couple of months, while also working my own music. But mostly for the next couple of months is going to be just engineering and mixing all that stuff, and yeah, that's it. And the Make Time video.
Yeah,
and of course the video that just dropped on me. I didn't even know it was going to be a video, but two breaking news, heard it here first inside the Rapper Studio. Make Time visuals coming soon. Be on the lookout. Love it, love it, love it. Thank both of you guys for being on the show. Thank all of you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for pretty much coming in, whether it's 1 minute, 1 second, or the entire show. No thank you to IG for fucking that one up.
Fuck them. Fuck these niggas, you know what I'm saying?
It'd be like that. Yo,
But
thank you, man.
Coming up next on Inside the Rapper Studio tomorrow, we have the Inside the Rapper Studio special edition. Talking about my project that I dropped 4 years ago titled Love a Documentary, pretty much doing a little retrospect from then and now, talking to the people that was involved with it, such as artists and producers, and also talking about the sequel, quote unquote, called Love, a double feature, which is due August 15th. There's going to be a lot of good things going on. Next week's episodes are pretty much already booked and ready to go. We're pretty much set to go for fucking Inside the Rapper Studio and Swayze.
Heavy.
So yeah, from your host, Score F. Swayze, and our wonderful guest of episode 80, BaatChoy and Black Lexx. Once again, thank you guys so much for giving me such a great interview, such great content, and such
Thank you, man.
conversation.
Thank you, bro.
Stop putting me on my damn show. Thinking y'all shit. But thank you guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you guys sitting at home watching us and supporting us. And as always, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay in the fucking house.
Sir.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
See you, man.